Hello and welcome back to Dano Does. Since Thanksgiving is right around the corner, we decided to do a special video to help prepare for this big festival. Today, this video will feature how to make stuffing, and as always, we will review all equipment needed and all ingredients used. If you haven't already, please like and share this video. Also, subscribe to the channel. A mixing bowl and a spoon, one cooking sheet covered in tin foil for an easy cleanup, a frying pan, one loaf of bread. You can use any type of bread you want. We're going to be using white bread for this video. Celery. For this video, we're going to be using 3 stalks worth. 3 garlic cloves. As you can see, I have the remainder of a garlic bulb. I just take all 3 parts of it. Take my knife from the side, push down on it, peel all this junk off of it, and I discard it. And then after I do that, I can slice this thin. A onion, you can use white or yellow. For this video, we'll be using white. Poultry seasoning. 1/3 a cup of butter. Four cups worth of chicken broth. For the stuffing, we're going to want to cut the bread so it's in cubes. You can make them as large or as small as you want. We're just going to go through, separate them. Okay, we're going to do this for the whole loaf. Once you have your loaf of bread cubed and placed onto your baking sheet, just use a spatula to go through and try to even it out as best you can. This is just one of the 3 baking sheets that I have for one loaf. So once I have all 3 ready, sheets ready, I will place them in an oven that is preheated at 275 degrees, and I'll leave it in there for 45 minutes so I can get these nice and crispy. So we're going to take our 3 celery stalks. We're just going to chop them up. Okay, so for your onion, take it, cut. Three garlic cloves. Take my knife from the side, push down on it, peel all this junk off of it. I discard it. It's been 45 minutes, and here are the bread cubes out of the oven. They're looking pretty good. The stove is on a medium-high heat. I melted a third of a cup of butter. And now I'm going to add the vegetables that we had before, that we cut up before. Oh, that smells good. Whew. My onions, my garlic, my celery. Just going to saute this a little bit for about 5 minutes or so. And then we're going to look to mix that in with our breadcrumbs and our chicken broth. It's been about 5 minutes, and as you can see, the onions are clear, sauteed. Celery looks good, smells phenomenal. So we're going to turn the heat off, and we're going to pour it into our bread cubes that we have. So as you can see on the left side of your screen, the bread cubes, we're going to just simply take the vegetables and put them in there with the butter. Now mix them together. You can hear some crunching. Mix it together a little bit. And now's an excellent time to pour any salt, pepper, or poultry seasoning you want into it. Just a little bit now. We'll pour the chicken broth in, and then we'll pour a little more on. So a little pepper. I'm good on salt today, I think. I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper in there. A little bit of my poultry seasoning, just a little bit. You can still hear the crunching sound, so we need to put some chicken broth into it. Some people like to go light on it and only do 1, maybe 2 cups. I go hard, I go 4 cups. So here we go. I like to make it nice and soggy. You can hear it, it's less the loud thud noise, letting you know that it's getting soggy. That's the way I like it. I think it tastes a lot better when it's a done product. It doesn't taste dry at all. So if someone made a very dry turkey, you're covered. You always got the stuffing to go back to. We're gonna mix this for another 2 or 3 minutes before we get ready to put it on that baking sheet and put it in the oven. The oven is currently preheated at 375 degrees. We're gonna put it in the oven for 30 minutes at that temperature of 375, then we'll pull it out. You should have a nice crisp top and a very juicy, delicious, tasteful rest of the stuffing. Okay, so oven is at 375 degrees. We're gonna put our stuffing in there for 30 minutes. Different ways you can do this. If you have a baking bowl or a casserole dish, you can put it in there. If you don't have one, you can go straight onto the tin foil that's on the baking sheet. So we'll do one with the straight tin foil, and then all right, into the oven it goes. here we have it. Here's our stuffing. As you can tell, there's a little browning on the outside. Looks very crisp. Looks pretty good. Smells amazing. We're gonna compare this to when we use a casserole dish, a baking dish made out of tin foil, so we can compare the two, see what they both look like, and then we can call it a day from there. For the stuffing in the tin foil container, kind of similar to a casserole plate, we're just gonna fill it in, smooth it out. All right, it's all in there. It's nice and even. The oven is still preheated at 375 degrees, and we are going to put this in there for about 30 minutes. All right, it's been 30 minutes since we put the stuffing into the oven at 375 degrees, and here it is, the end result. As you can tell, it has a crisp shell on the top, and it smells fantastic. You just have to take my word for it. It smells unbelievable. This is gonna go great with Thanksgiving dinner or lunch or whatever you have it with. Enjoy. Hope to catch you next time.